Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we want to welcome you to a special evening. Tonight we present a new play by Andrei Kureichik. Andrei Kureichik, who was a witness to the August 2020 protests in Belarus. We're going to be having his play Insulted Belarus, which will be on tonight with our cast. It is a Moscow Nights production. I am acting as the producer. Natasha Raymer will be our director, will speak with us afterwards, as well as our cast members. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, let us now welcome Insulted Belarus.
I hate theater. Never been attracted. It's a bunch of crap. Bull crap. You see it? What good is it? What is it? Entertainment? Full-grown adults monkeying around, baring their bare butts, laughing at something? What smart person is going to act like that? It's all fake. Stupid. Goofing off. Look at those foreheads. Those huge arms and legs. You could plow a field with those. Put somebody like that on a tractor, he'll plow a good 10 hectares for you in one day. Maybe more. And these women, you should have babies. Go make borscht. The state will support you. That's being useful. But what good comes of some painted-up guy wiggling his ass on a stage? They're all vermin. What can I say? Vermin. Scum of the earth. Traitors. They feed out of my hand and then bite the hand that feeds them. I fed them all with my left tit and they... Traitors. That's why there's no theaters in villages. Villages won't put up with that crap. Peasants, they're of the earth. They're pure. Can't fool them. Villages don't have any picture galleries either. Because look how pretty it is out the window. Don't need any pictures for that. Anyway, how can you call those things pictures? A kid could do that. Shagal schmagal. $30 million, 40, give him 100. A kid could still do it. We had apple trees out our window. And then a meadow where the Kohlhaas horses grazed. Now there's a noble animal. I don't even know why, but I've been attracted to horses my whole life. They're quiet and they obey. They work until they drop. Never ask for anything. Yeah, mares can be a bit feisty, but you just give her a little whack on the head and she'll calm right down. And put blinders on her and you can run her into fire or water. She's loyal. Like a country should be. Workhorses. Loyal. She'll eat from your hand, won't even lift an eye. Sometimes I even have dreams. Horse would make a good country. We'd find common ground, a few oats, a few whacks, and she'd work for me and love me.
You can change everything. Literally everything. You just have to want it, and you can change everything for the better. That's my motto and my message. Let's say it's my epistle. Zing, zing, zing. My message to the universe. I love sending messages to the universe because the universe answers. It is so cool. Lena, are you searching for cheerful positivity? Here you are, Lena. Here's all the positivity you want. I'm from Grodno. Grodno is like the west of Belarus. It's kind of like Belarusian Europe. There were Poles there before the war. Our city used to be real pretty, but pretty old. Everything was Soviet and falling down. Now, even Poles come and are knocked out by our city. We wanted to do it, and we did. Or take manicures, for instance. I used to do pearl. I shied away from bright colors, and then I just went ahead and did it. White, red, white. A really pretty combination. White, red, right? White, red, white. Very fashionable. That's our national flag. That was my wedding manicure, by the way. Oh, you thought it was mine? No. I'm still a freelancer. I'm accepting offers. Casting. Just kidding. It was my sister's wedding, Masha. It's okay for her. She's already 21. A very formidable lady. I'm so happy for her. Universe, you love us. It was planned for August 9th, a Sunday, just a super day. Our guy is really cool, from Ukraine, super tall, an athlete, runs every day, and he's good looking, of course. Natch, I was kind of jealous. Ukrainians are so hot. Lvov is like my hometown. I love everything about it. The Java and the chocolate. I'm not even afraid to go into those trendy Masak or Krivka cafes. If only the whole world was like Lvov. For the wedding, I asked to be let off as an observer in the 9th voting precinct. I made a deal with another girl and she replaced me. They didn't let us inside anyway because of coronavirus, they said. No observers allowed. Anybody else, sure, but not observers. So we just peered in from outside. True, they taped paper on the window. It's really funny. All the windows are normal. Just the ones for the voting commission are taped up. It's really stupid. So we just counted the voters. How many went in? If they had white bracelets, that was a sign of change. So far, nothing adds up. We saw 30 people go in there, but they say there were 126. That's just stupid, a mistake. How can you fake things like that?
Bate wins it! Bate is champion! All the cities know it. Every house, all us hooligan fanatics, we'll put fear in you. What are you grinning at, sucker? You want a kick in the ass? Oops, my bad. Overdid that. The match is over. Well played all around. A real bonus for all. You see this nose? Busted twice. And this scar here, that's from a Dinamo crowd whacking me with a flagpole. 13 stitches. Blood was everywhere. Oh, you should have seen us drink with them after. Bros, you guys are hardcore. I love you all. You gotta respect your opponent. You know? You want to fight? Fight! But fight fair. Don't hit kids and leave the girls alone. Don't gang up 2 and 3 on 1. Don't call the cops. And the main thing, if you take one in the kisser, don't bitch about it later. Beyond that, wail away to your heart's content. See, not like the mustachio guy. Now, I got no problem someone showing off he's strong, but fight fair, asshole. Your fat face is always just making all your flunkies sing praises in your ear. Let somebody else have a chance, and then toss all the votes on the table. Here, all you faggots and masons, count how many voted for me. Count them and shut up. I answer for every vote. But no, this rat comes slinking at you under the table, stabs you in the back. Anybody who's against him, anybody who raised his head, they'll all get prison terms. Everybody laughs. In 26 years, not one single honest person ever opposed him. Nothing but thugs, thieves, and criminals. I'm fucking sick of him. Fucking sick, I tell you. 26 years? That's how long I've been alive, to the day. I have loved soccer my whole life, just as long as I have absolutely hated that bastard.
I used to binge play Counter-Strike. Well, maybe not binge. I wasn't supposed to play for long, but I'd hide my laptop under my blanket and play. Later, I stopped doing that. Counter-Strike, I mean. Later, I went to Dota. Then Dad made them take my laptop away. Shit! The last fucking dictator in Europe. All the kids play it, it's no big deal. But that's how he is.
You want to be like them? Like these guys? What's got in your head?
Fuck. Dad, everybody else can play. Then he starts up that same old tune, the
Young people were a real thing back in the old days. The Young Communist League, the Student Construction Brigades, how they just loved marching lockstep, how they defended villages in Afghanistan, how he milked cows and drank steaming hot fresh milk. I can't stand that milk. It smells like a wet dog, and I get instant diarrhea. His stories of his, I can't stand them anymore. About the Soviet Union. I never lived there. I'm only 16. There was nothing interesting about it. There wasn't any internet. There were no smartphones, no tablets. There weren't any even decent movies. They did nothing but milk cows and binge drink vodka. I still play on a computer though. I got a laptop from Vasya that I play on the sly to spite him. Vasya is my only friend. He'll be 32 soon. He can put out a rabbit's eye with a knife at a distance of 10 yards. Oh, he is very cool. My bodyguard. Not even Sleepy knows about that. Sleepy is Larissa Nikolaevna. She makes sure I don't quit my homework. She takes me to school and picks me up. She's nasty. And she's an informer. Sticks her nose everywhere. I know she checks my phone and tells my dad everything. I have to show her my homework before I take it to school. She's the one who tells my teachers what grades I get. Oh, fine, teacher. Sleepy Larissa. I heard them talking once. Dad says, he needs a woman around all the time.
Like I miss my mother.
You need to be his mother in some things, Larissa.
How can somebody else be my mother? Sometimes I wonder, do I love him? I mean, I'm his son. It's my duty to love him. Oh, my duty. Everyone is bound in duty to him.
She's not a great lay. I mean, she tries, she squeals and thrusts, but it's not much. Now, broads we had in Lugansk, I mean, they suck you dry. You come out soaking wet like out of a bathhouse. I mean, I'd have to cool it down with ice. They had lips like bicycle tires like this. There was this Masha from Belarus. They're a little more reserved, like you're a little beholden to them. She was pretty, white teeth, kept herself neat. You can count on me. Everything's in working order. Now, I mean, there was a time when things were dicey. I'd get it up, and then I couldn't. In training, we had this doctor that was here already. He said it was nerves. I mean, but that was pretty obvious. 2014 was a nervy year, a whole mix of things. I mean, I thought I was done for. 10 years or more eating slop out of an aluminum bowl. For what? For defending the foundations of the state, for anti-fascist activity. Whew, thank God. In little groups, slipping through their fingers, the whole crew, to put it elegantly, got the fuck out of there. We had one hot platoon. Beasts. LaRocca, Mushroom, Greenie, Pepper, Nishko. Some of them ended up in Keremovo, some in Vladikavkaz. A couple of officers even made it to Moscow. And some of us ended up here, in Soviet Belarus, Europe. We have casinos here. It's clean. The pay's good. The girls... The place has an ideology. You know what's good and what's bad. It's black and it's white, as it should be. It's got its drawbacks. I already said about the girls. There was no time to schedule a wedding. August 9th. I took leave, but my heart felt it. There would be hell to pay. My guts were churning. And then, fuck it, I lost my erection. The only other time that happened was in 2014 in Kiev. Everybody then was strutting around, talking tough. They're on their way out now. The Banderites were done for, washed up. We'll pick them off one by one. Backup was already flying in from Moscow. 10 platoons. Old Putin wasn't going to abandon his old friend Yanukovych. But I had a feeling that hammer was coming down. A different kind of hell to pay. And now, here, again, not good. I still have that fucking wedding night ahead of me.
Разом з душою, розум сійшов, тільки куди? І не глядіть у яє бок, так назавжди жить.
You need lots of fat to make good, tasty patty cakes. Because if you just use red meat, they'll be dry. And so here's what I do. I take ground beef and ground pork, and I always add a chunk of pork fat. Let's say half a pound or so. It can be lard. You put all that through the meat grinder, and you add onions and garlic or spices, or you can use onion powder. I haven't done it in a long time. Sergei used to love my patty cakes. He could eat 10. That's right. 10 at once. The kids could too. Sergei, sometimes he comes home from business trips really angry. He films everything he sees, all the dirt, the confusion, the pain of being with people. As a blogger, people always tell him the straight truth as it is. And he says to me, how is this possible? This country is filled with lies. Everybody lies and lies and lies. The TV says one thing, but life is completely different. And then I serve him a plate of patty cakes to get his mind off things. I often ask myself these days, I'll sit in front of the mirror and turn off my phone so people don't bug me. Otherwise, BBC, CNN, Hours, and other channels harass me all the time. I comb my hair. Seems like forever. And I have just one question in my mind. What will people do for love? In the past, I would have said anything. No, I don't think so. Not just anything. Die? Sometimes that might be the easiest thing to do. You die and you're gone. No more choices. The sacrifice is made. You give your life and you fulfilled your mission. But what if you want to live? For whom? For him? For yourself? Your country? The kids often ask, when will Dad get out? Mom, you're president now. Why don't you let him out? And what am I supposed to answer? I'm president and I have nothing. I'm in control of nothing, myself included.
I have 37 years of service behind me. 37 years. I have 5 certified awards from the Department of Education with gold seals, signed by 4 different ministers. One even sent my nomination for Teacher of the Year to the president, but something got hung up. It's all right. I don't lose faith because I know the president is thinking about us, always. The president remembers all of us. The teachers, the milkmaids, the pensioners, everybody. Can you imagine the head he must have to remember everyone like that? What a head. Whenever I think about his head, I grab my own head in my hands. I tell the students, why do you all hang out in these gadgets and Minecrafts of yours? That man is always thinking. He's always solving some problem. Nothing gets past him. So all you ingrates can live a better life. So there's stability. He gave you textbooks. He pays our salaries, gives us work. Look at the building he built, the flowers he planted. He put a Sputnik into space, everything, so you can study. And you have no conscience. But then he went and scheduled elections this summer. Why was that done? It's vacation time. Everyone's at the Dasha. Tomatoes, watermelons, the Dasha. And the whole weight was on us teachers. I don't support that. Better would have been to cancel them altogether. What a pain these elections are. Look who they bring us. Trump, Poroshenko, Yeltsin, savages, all of them. Without them, you know what the people want. The people always want one thing, stability. And what is stability? The boss, that's who. 26 years, that says it all. Every one of them stable. And may it stay that way. I have 4 more years until my pension starts. Our high school is a showcase among schools. The president's son even went here. Only I worry about the young teachers. What's in their heads? They fall for all that Western propaganda. How do we count the votes? I always tell them, whatever the country needs, that's what you do, smarty pants. There are smarter ones above you. You want a job? Work. Take a load, a teaching load, and just do it. But elections, though, that's our duty to stability. You'll save the government, and they'll give you bonuses. God willing. I was in charge of 5 elections at our school. I did everything that needed doing, precisely as the results were planned, and everybody got their bonus. But I don't like these observers. What are you trying to observe, huh? I have all the numbers right up here in my head. You just jangle my nerves.
Where do I talk? The camera. Okay, good. Wait. Oof. Hello. I'm Svetlana Tikhanovskaya, candidate for president. I'm 37 years old. I was born in Polesye. I graduated from the philology department of Moser Pedagogical University. I am fluent in Belarusian, Russian, and English. I was never attracted to the idea of making a career. I always saw myself primarily as a wife and mother, a homemaker. That's what I do best. I was never interested in politics. I was perfectly happy with that. A year ago, my husband, Sergei Tikhanovsky, created a project he called A Country for Life, in conjunction with which he met all kinds of people of all professions. They would tell him what worried them, what they were feeling, what they thought about Belarus. People talked about their difficult lives and shared dreams about life in a free, prosperous country. What amazed me most of all was that people who appeared on our blog channel were being thrown into prison. Can you tell me what that's about? Can we possibly make peace with such injustice? That is why, when my husband Sergei was not permitted to participate in the election, I chose to replace him and march all the way to victory. Did I stumble? No, I can't believe I'm saying this. All the way to victory for myself, my husband, for all of us, our children. As a wife and mother, I understand that it's one for all and all for one in the family circle, and I want it to be like that in our country too. They say a woman can't be president. That's not true. Nobody can stop a woman who is defending her family, just as no one can stop a nation that demands justice.
Wouldn't you know it? God damn it. Fucking bastards! I'm on duty the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th. All leaves canceled. All vacations. The whole 9 yards. I tell my commander I'm getting married. We've been planning it for 2 months. He says, "Are you an idiot? I don't give a shit if you die. That's no excuse not to report for duty. Again, are you an idiot?" He looks me right in the eye. "Are you an idiot?" I'm no idiot. I called Masha right away. "The wedding is fucked, Masha," I say. "Duty calls. Duty comes first, Masha." I called her on the phone on purpose so I wouldn't have to listen to her scream and yell at me to my face. About her relatives coming in from Lida, about the restaurant her mother already paid for, about "Are you a man or not? You promised." Fuck me if she doesn't understand the words duty to your country. Then what can I say? I serve Belarus. I serve Lukashenko. He's my commander-in-chief. In other words, whatever he says, we do. Our deputy political officer is an excellent guy. His every word burns. Bullseye. Death to the enemy. Poles, Ukrainians, and Lithuanians are our enemies. The Russians aren't enemies, but they want to snap us up, which means they're enemies too. But they're brothers too. But enemies too. I mean, that kind of thing happens. But first, with the Russians alongside us, we'll bury our primary enemies, those Western faggots, Yankees, and Maidan maniacs. We'll take care of the Ruskies afterwards. The boss won't let them get away with anything, even if he becomes a Russian governor. Shit! Masha calling. Hey. Oh, no, quit crying. I know you're pregnant. So what? We just push it off a little. We'll push these guys back. We're gonna make mincemeat of them. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take care. You should see our outfits. 7 shipments from Moscow. Cherry stuff. It's impressive. I mean, if it weren't for the damned heat. I mean, you're in body armor. A helmet, face mask, and shin guards too. Yeah, how about that? A day or two of that, and we will clean out this country. It is impressive.
Dad? Daddy, what happened to the internet?
I'm doing an interview, Kolya. Dima Gordon is here from Ukraine. Pay no attention, Dmitri. You asked about my father. Yes. I think I saw my father once when he came home to us. I remember he came home. I vaguely remember it. It's the only thing my memory preserves. He was a very tall man, well over 6.5 feet. The police put me on notice when I was in elementary school. We had this gang of school kids who used to turn over benches. But that's not of interest.
Daddy, if you don't turn on the internet, I'm not going to be president after you.
Jokester. Still a kid. What do you expect? He's the leader of the opposition in my house. I'll tell you something strange, Dima. Believe me, as an experienced president, you don't become president. You're born president.
Damn! Why did I have that manicure, the hairdo, and the hot wax? Why did I buy this dress? 367 rubles. That's 2 stipends. The wedding is off. Roma has to work. Turns out Roma works for the riot police, although he's Ukrainian. I thought he was just a policeman somewhere, you know, a street cop or a traffic cop, but he's some riot trooper. So what, though? They'll get married in the new Belarus. That's even better. Look at all these people out there in line in their white bracelets. Universe, we are the majority.
Our commission is tried and true. There's me and 2 vice principals, Kristalina Sergeyevna and Lydia Mikhailovna. The administrator, Igor Nikolaevich, and teachers from the lower grades. Okay, everyone, listen here. I'm giving instructions. Get this right. Here are the numbers to memorize. This is how the count will go. You take a ballot and show it to the person on your right. Lydia Mikhailovna is on my right. I show it to her and then I put it in the pile. Now I know my pile must have 206 ballots, so I build it up to 206. Now, Kristalina Sergeyevna is supposed to have 1,361, which will be Alexandra Grigorovich's pile. Memorize the numbers for each candidate and put that precise number in your pile. Everything left over is declared void, defective, and that's that. Miss Kasotanova, who cares where the numbers come from? The higher-ups already did the count. Your 30-something brains can't make things add up. Okay, here's what we memorize. Tikhanovskaya, 206. But don't write it down, just memorize it. 206. Alexander Grigorovich Lukashenko, 1,361. Dmitriev, 52. Kampatskaya, God, I hate her face, 73. Cherechen, 39. Against all, 100. See how nice and even. 100 against everyone. You got that? Now, let me repeat it for the especially gifted amongst us.
I saw this in a film about zombies. So these zombies take over the world, like here in Belarus. You take a magazine, as fat as you can get it, and you wrap it around your arm, and you tape it. See, now you've got an arm shield. Now, go ahead. Hit me with your truncheon. I mean, it's kind of awkward, but it provides protection. Now, he won't give up easy, right? He doesn't give a shit if he wins or loses the elections. He won't give up power. He's got his teeth sunk in it. His teeth may be crumbling, but they still hang on. He's got nothing but power. His fingers are blue. His hands are shaking, but they hang on. He said he'd die before letting go. Then turn power over to his son. Screw that shit. I don't know. Should I take my billy club or not? They might see it on me. Anyway, this revolution is supposed to be peaceful. People walking around with lanterns and flowers. They go around hugging the bastards, sing them songs. These girls are idiots. These guys have truncheons, grenades, combat weapons, blood in their eyes. They're defending their nation, their Führer. They don't give a rat's ass about your flowers. But all these guys from our hood are coming out today. All the fanatics, they're on our side. We're going to defend our votes. Bate is champion. All the cities know it. Every house, all us hooligan fanatics, we'll put fear in you.
All's good now. They send in good backups. Very polite. I asked one, what's your name? He says, Renat. Last name? No. He smiles. I left my last name at home, he says. Well, so where were you, Renat, when we were dodging the bullets of the Banderite bandits during Maidan? He laughs. White teeth. Don't worry, bro, he says. Breathe easy. The city will be ours tonight.
Masha, just don't worry. I have great news. She won! I counted the bracelets. 1,412 beautiful, marvelous white bracelets. And we only have a few more than 2,000 people in our precinct. Do you realize what that means? Masha! She won in a landslide. We will have a new Belarus and a woman president. This is so cool!
What idiot posted a recording of our rehearsal on the internet? Look me in the eye. Svetlana Viktorovna, you? Katsarina, did you do it? Kasatonava. Oh, Kasatonava. You think this is a joke? These are state secrets. You were entrusted to look after the interests of the state. You were given that trust. Trust. And you, look what people are writing right there on YouTube. Judases will throw you in prison. Falsifiers. For 20 years, I was never a falsifier. And now, a falsifier? You've broken the law. I have 4 years left to my pension. And I am not leaving the position of principal. And the president is right not to leave either. You've got to hold your position to the end You've earned it with spilt blood. All these ballots. Self-indulgence and nothing more. Okay. Put the numbers I gave you in the protocol, hang them on the door, and let everyone else go hang themselves. The riot police will get you all home.
What a pain this internet is. Damn, we never have any problems at the residence here. Damn, Dad. Why would you knock out the internet everywhere? All the games I play are online. Oh, Tanks is frozen. Dota is frozen. Dad says it's his enemies doing it. That it's Merkel's hackers knocking us offline. Then I hear my brother give the command to knock out Telega with Chinese jammers. 100% down. I mean the Telegram app. My brother's like my father's right-hand man. Dad gave him the security council. He doesn't trust anybody else, and he can't stand his servants. He says they're stupid, and they screw everything up. But they're loyal. But you gotta keep on top of them. If you quit making things hard for them, they'll get comfy and eat you alive. He wants my brother to serve me when I'm president. Like a grand vizier. I say, Dad, let's do it in order. First you, then Vitya, then me. For some reason, he got really angry.
You're muted.
Oh, let me try that again. Seryoja. Seryoja, do you hear me? Through the wall? My voice? Can you hear me, Seryoja? Are you ready, my love? We won! Seryoja, we won!
I want this stopped. And I'm asking you to spare no one. I want order in this country by morning.
Wait, I have completely different numbers. None of this adds up. How can that be?
We are fucked!
I won't go out there. Look at that mob. They'll tear us apart. And rights. What idiot put that video on the internet? Whoever posted that can go out there yourself. I am not going.
Take this woman home, Renat. She's already shit herself from fear. She paints up the elections, then she's cries, she's splashed with paint. Stuff happens. Now she's afraid she's gonna catch it from the voters.
Shame! Shame! Shame on you!
How could you write something like that when we all saw it? It's a lie!
Thank you, residents of Minsk, for tolerating me for a quarter century. A man who came to you from the provinces. Thank you, Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin, for your victory. Congratulations. After all, our homeland is one and the same, from Brest to Vladivostok.
Throw Lukashenko in a prison van! Throw Lukashenko in a prison van! Go! Go! Go away!
I'll answer that. Put away your telephone. I'm not going to hit you. Yet. We'll deal with you all before long. We're not surrendering the country to you.
Let's grab this little lost sheep, too. Stop, bitch! Stop! Whoa, lively little fuck, aren't you? Twist her arms. Ooh, yeah, you want to resist? Hit her in the face.
I'm an election observer.
Observe this, cunt. Into the prison van, you cow.
I can't move that fast. I'm in heels.
Here comes the dean of a crew and the guys from Partisan. Hey, guys.
You're an idiot. An observer in a white dress and heels? Observer. Hell, you prostitute, slut. You're gonna suck everyone's cock tonight. You got that? And if even one doesn't come, I'm gonna personally stick this truncheon up your ass. You like it in the ass?
Hey, hands off the girls, you skull fucks.
You're not. There is kind of a lot of them. A whole lot. Toss them a grenade. Excellent! Now pop a few bullets in their guts. Not the legs, in the bellies. Give all the bastards a long recovery.
Good God, what is happening? It's war. He's unleashed civil war. They're shooting point blank. You can't shoot at your own people. I call on the world to intervene and stop this unprecedented violence.
They were beating women. I mean, girls, women. Fuck all knows. That grenade has thick, nasty smoke. It stings. They just grabbed everybody, threw on the ground, and beat them. They mauled them a lot worse than our soccer fanatics ever fucked anyone. They stomped bare women's legs with jackboots, stomachs with truncheons, faces with fists. They weren't just beating them. The girls are shouting and screaming, "Don't!" And they just keep wailing away. But then our guys joined in a chain and began.
It's all right. It's all right. It's okay. It passed in the past, and it'll pass now. It'll roughhouse a while and then calm down. Teachers understand that. Everything will calm down. Mommy's home, child. Why do you look at me like that? My sweet girl. What's wrong?
Vasya gave me this body armor. Why did he give me that? Is this some kind of game?
My nails are broken. White, red, white. My finger, too. I think. I can't move it. Everything hurts. And that metal in my mouth, the taste of metal. Strange. I'm sitting here in this prison van. There's lots of us here, and I'm thinking how not to wrinkle my dress. It's an expensive dress. Sorry, I can't hear you. Who am I? A star? I can't hear you.
We freed 6 girls. 6! Yeah, true, we lost a couple of guys. The bastards pulled them out of our chain and dragged them off. Hey, men! Bate is with you! And that fat magazine works. They hit me as hard as they could. They would have shattered my bare arm to pieces, to say nothing of my head. But I gave him one good shot of construction foam in the face. Sent that fucker flying 6 feet. Then, our guys showed up. 50 of them. Oh, gentlemen. They howled like they were at a Barcelona Real match. I went deaf. And did they ever unload on them? All we saw was the soles of their boots. I was able to give one a good whack on the ass. I thought he'd fall, but no. He just ran faster. Although they didn't run very far. Hid behind an armored personnel carrier. The boss ran tanks out on the streets. You should have seen those things. Straight out of Mad Max.
I didn't have you in my 40s for you to start teaching me. You think somebody better will come? They'll close all the factories. You'll have to pay for everything. I have just 4 years to my pension, and I haven't been to the seashore in 15 years. You think we didn't live and don't want anyone else to? So be it.
Everybody, all of them into the prison vans. If you run out of space, stick them in the gymnasiums. Take over the stadiums. Give them something to remember for the rest of their lives. Authority here doesn't waver.
Dad, what is freedom?
Bring on the bulls. Freedom will come. Hey, you, beasts, listen up. My name is Nikita Miskevich. Miskevich! You remember that name because it's the name of someone who isn't afraid of you bastards. This is my country. Belarus is my country. This is my city. And this is me, Nikita Miskevich, apprentice metalworker. Fuck, I can't see a thing. There's blood everywhere. How many of you are there? Thousands? Where did you come from on my land? Who are you defending? Who? That cockroach? He's a nobody, a zero, a cockroach, a fat cockroach. Squash him with your heel. He'll crunch and squirt. Just be done with him. He sets us all against each other, drowns the nation in blood and hate, pain. We don't want him anymore. You hear me, beasts? We don't want him anymore.
That one's bought and paid for, that's for sure, by the Yankees or the Poles. An organizer on drugs. Fuckhead, that's obvious. Just like the political officer said. Hey, give me another tab. Oh, it's good stuff or not? It's a nice little high. And you want to beat and thrash and maul. I'm taking this goddamn. They sent some excellent ammo. Metallic covered bullets they rip right through his intestines. Flip a grenade under his feet. All these bastards are filming us on their telephones.
Dad said 2 planes are ready. He bought one from President Niyazov of Turkmenistan. He was Dad's friend. His own people poisoned him. It's not too shabby inside. The internet's always good there. And the toilets are genuine gold. That one's at the National Airport. The other, the smaller one, is at the airbase. Sleepy came running, all in tears for some reason. Eyes like headlights. She hugged me like she was my mother and said I should gather my things and be ready at any minute. What do I need my things for? Are we going somewhere?
Someone's howling in my ear. You scum just couldn't sit home today. I'd put you all on the stake and send you to outer space so you could tell everyone out there about your fag-ass lives. Then the door to the prison van opens and something plops on the floor. Just drops like a chunk of meat. Then I feel something warm spurt on my knee. My dress too. My white dress I bought for Masha's wedding. Now there's a swath of black on it. Then a grenade explodes and I see it's not black, it's red, and the piece of meat is a person. Weird, something is taped to his arm. I thought it was a rag, but it's a magazine, Rolling Stone. Only it's all shredded and drenched in blood like if a dog ripped it up with its fangs. He lifts his eyes to me. One eye, I can't see his other one, and he says, "I'm so sorry we didn't free you."
I'm so sorry we didn't free you.
Who's that barking in here? Shut your trap, fucker!
You stepped on his arm. He's hurt.
Of course it hurts. It hurts like fuck. Why else would he have shouted like that? Thought he was so smart. Wrapped his arm so he wouldn't find his weak spot. His little fingers sticking out.
He's bleeding.
Ooh, that's his eye socket bleeding. Brace yourself, kid. I'll shove my truncheon in it. Or my cock. Whatever you want. He's bleeding out.
What's missing in your life? Europe is full of barefoot beggars. Their economy crashed long ago. The only thing keeping Merkel popped up is Putin. But we are independent. And the only one defending our independence is our president. Our president even scared off coronavirus. Everybody's sick, but not Belarusians. 3 of our high school teachers died last May and June, but it wasn't from coronavirus. They had ischemic heart disease, although they buried them in closed caskets.
He's Belarusian. You're Belarusian. Why?
I said to this idiot, who's Belarusian? Renat, you Belarusian? Me too. I'll show you, bitch, not to interrupt your elders. It got really bizarre. I grabbed this chick in white and heels by her bangs and lifted her up to spit her in her face and choke her some. And it was her. Fuck! I crapped my pants. Her! Masha's sister! Tiny little thing. Smiling all the time. Always cheerful. Guys, let's play charades. Have you heard the new song by Spleen? Back in Grodno, this little cafe opened, just like in Lvov. She's the bridesmaid at my wedding that didn't happen. It's her. Only her lip is cracked, and she's covered in tears and snot. Fuck, what is she doing in this meat grinder?
This is scary. I'm scared.
And her eyes, frozen from fear.
Never in my life have I been so scared. His eyeballs are like 2 pieces of fiery coal filled with hate. There's nothing human in him. He stares. What's he staring at me for?
I'm so sorry we didn't free you.
Oh, thank God. Slaviansky Bazaar's on the tube. I can catch my breath. All my favorite singers are on. Stas Mikhailov, Galkin, Allegrova, Povali. Everything's calming down then.
Thank you, Trump, for coronavirus, for masks. I'm in a mask. She's staring at me, but she doesn't recognize me, although we've been in company 10 times or more. Just a little chick. Nice. Slender neck, unlike her sister. Fragile. A little chick. If I squeeze her, she'll break. Her fingers will crumble. Should I fuck her today? Tell the truth, she's just what I was looking for before the wedding. Slender, nice, shapely legs, white skin, very tender. I'll admit it. When we went to the aqua park once and she sort of playfully humped her sister, I got a hard on. Masha thought it was for her. I mean, why not? I've got a hard on right now. So all the shit's ending. We won.
The TV will announce the results. Okay, let's see now. TV reports everything just as our commission had it, to a T, 81%. We did him proud. We didn't let him down. I'm safe until my pension now, plus a bonus of 2 months' pay. Otherwise, you must just as well become a Polish province. Oh, the president's going to speak. A sight for sore eyes.
Friends, I call on you not so much to defend me, although that too. First, I know you have much to do at home. You've got the harvest. I know school starts soon. But most important, I remember the 1990s. People everywhere standing in line. Workers with tin dishes and teapots begging for food, begging to feed their children.
And office workers who have gone on strike. Strike committees are forming all over the country.
Back then, I swore to help you and never to let street demonstrations mar the lives of Belarusians.
Where do we take them? Where do we take them all? Got it. Listen up, guys. New orders. Not taking anyone anywhere. Just fuck them all up. Anything that moves. The KGB and the Financial Crimes Unit will take care of the leaders.
We destroyed everything God gave us, our huge, great empire, without which no problem in the world would have been solved. We received just a bloody chunk of this empire. What did those people want then? What did you want?
Internet. I want my internet, Dad. When will the internet come back? I'm hot in this armored jacket. My head itches in this helmet. Oh. Telegram's back up. Do you even know what's going on out there, Dad? It looks like a revolution out there. Nexta is saying Minsk is rebelling.
I came to the head of the Central Elections Committee to lodge a complaint. No one else was let in, only me. She has a very large office. A leather sofa stands by the window, and there were two. I had seen their faces on television, either the head of the KGB or Internal Security Forces or the State Security Committee, two of them. Be seated, Svetlana Georgievna. They offered me tea. And then the following conversation. So there is an opinion that you won the first round of the elections. We fear for your life. And you have a 4-year-old daughter and a 10-year-old son? My, how did we miss them skipping out of Belarus in such a timely fashion? That means you won't be together to record a statement conceding that you lost the election. And we won't be able to put your children in an orphanage. I was silent. They alone spoke. Blood was pulsing through me right here, right in front of my ears. Thump, thump, thump. So you leave us very few choices, said one of them. And the other leaned over to me and said with a smile, so, Svetlana Georgievna, we will now give you a piece of paper. There is a statement on it that you will read into a camera. Then you will publish a recording of it as if it is yours. After you have done that, we will deport you to Lithuania. Should you refuse, we will perform a unilateral orchiectomy on your husband, Sergei Leonidovich, whom we currently hold in prison. Do you know what that is? No? Let me explain. It is the surgical removal of the right testicle. We will preserve it in a jar of alcohol for you.
Разом з душою, розум сійшов, тільки куди? І не глядіть у яє бок, так назавжди жить.
I thought it was daytime, but it was suddenly dark. I said something into the camera. I don't remember what. That I had lost. That everybody should go home. That I conceded. I spoke in the dark. Light returned only when I heard a quiet voice say, Laba diena, good morning in Lithuanian.
Когда весна придет, не знаю, пройдут дожди.
A phone call woke me up, and I was having such a good dream. Right out of the movie River on Spring Street. I was back in the Soviet Union. Ice cream cost 28 kopecks. Sausage cost 1 ruble 30. Brezhnev was there. My sister in Borisov called. She said her son was missing. Nikita, he's a metal worker. Good kid, an athlete. A little wild, maybe. She called and said he left home 2 days ago. And there's been no news since. She called all the hospitals, all the police stations. He was nowhere to be found. She couldn't stop crying. Svetlana Georgievna's son disappeared too. And Vera Nikolaevna's, she's from school number 39. I said they had no business being out on the street at a time like this. My daughter Alina, see, she sits at home and reads books. She keeps out of trouble. Alina! Alina! Where are you, sweetheart? Alina? Alina!
Let's destroy the prison walls. If you want freedom, take it all. The prisons will crumble, burn and fall, and bury the old guard. Bury them all.
We sat the whole night, hunched over, kneeling on the floor of the school gym, our faces to the floor. Our hands were tied with construction ties. The guys were hung on tethers and beaten every hour. I've never heard such howling. High squeals, almost passing into ultrasound. The girls were constantly threatened with rape. They wouldn't let you go to the toilet. Many just peed on the floor, and a pool of blood and urine grew on the floor. It smelled really bad. But there was a child's drawing of the sun on the wall. And someone had written, "Vasya loves Olya," and they drew a heart. Vasya loves Olya. There is love even in all this horror.
You turned out to be rough. Took 2 rubber bullets in the gut, intestines inside out, and the guy sings like it's a holiday, as if it's his wedding day and not mine.
Let's destroy the prison walls. If you want freedom, take it all. The prisons will crumble, burn and fall down. Bury the old guard, bury them all.
Sleepy Larissa saw me looking at Telegram on my phone and reported it. Snitch. Oh, now everybody's screaming and yelling again. Oh, why are you watching that? It's Nexta. Those pictures are all intended for the West. Nobody's beating or torturing anyone. Who's going to punish the special forces? Touch just one of them, and the whole system will cave in.
The system is a monolith.
The system is a monolith. And that old song and dance about people being ungrateful. I brought you all in when you had nothing, wearing peasant boots, blah, blah, blah. I fed you, I led you into the world, and now you all have iPhones. As though he invented the iPhone. Steve Jobs did that back in America. And in Belarus, that iPhone's not much more than a brick in hand, because the internet's always going out. You can't watch anything.
Kolya!
Thought he would hit me. I could see it in his eyes. He wanted to punch a fist right through my nose. Cried.
He crushed his fingers, turned his back and ass purple with truncheons, beat his foot soles to a pulp, and I gave him a deep goose between his cheeks with my club. I promised him I would. That's the way it is with us. Guy says he'll do it, he does it. So nobody gets any bright ideas. He'll need the experience in prison anyway. We're helping him out, educating the dick brains. They don't learn though. Fuck, Masha's calling again. 10 times today. Yeah, Masha, honey, I'm at work. I said I'm at work. I can't talk.
Let's destroy the prison walls. If you want freedom, take it all. The prisons will crumble, burn, and fall.
Bury the old guard. Bury them all.
Shut the fuck up!
Thank you.
No, thank you. You're pretty. That's a pretty dress. You're fucking amazing.
God damn, billing and cooing! Shit, I'm not talking to you, sweetie. No, honey, Masha, it's just some asshole listening to the TV too loud. It's okay, honey, don't worry, we'll find her. Maybe your sister's visiting a friend or lost her phone. She's a bit ditzy, your sister.
There's something wrong with that stormtrooper who held me by the neck. He came up to me a couple times and I just shut down. I thought he'd hit me or something worse. It was like I was sending a message to the universe. Universe, protect me. He'd stand there and look like he wanted to say something. Then he'd turn and go off and start bludgeoning the guys.
Won't answer her phone. Damn. Takes after her father. He had to do everything his own way. She does too. Where's my damn Valium? You shouldn't do things your own way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do what they say. Clench your teeth, do what they say, and that's it. Well, all right. Let her run free a while. Teachers understand that.
He didn't even want me to be born. When he found out Mom was pregnant, he would beat her within an inch of her life. She was all black and blue. He demanded she get an abortion. He shouted, "Are you trying to earn the Belarusian throne with your cunt?" A nurse at the hospital where my mother worked told me that. But Mom kept me. And now I'm with him, his heir. But where's my mother? Get me out of here.
But should I bump her or not? It's kind of awkward about Masha. What do I tell her? We took your little sister out for a game of hide the sausage? Oh, that hard on, man. I gotta change the subject.
He battered Nikita harder than the rest. The guy from the prison van with the hole in his stomach. He whispered me his name. Nikita. Metal worker. Vaught. Very cool guy. He wasn't understanding much anymore. I had no idea what was going on. I think he was in shock from the pain. We shouted that he needed an ambulance, but the policeman only laughed. And he sang. It was probably all he could do. Sang the same song over and over and over. Meanwhile, outside, new prison vans were coming up all the time.
Let's destroy prison walls. If you want freedom, take it all. The prisons will crumble, burn, and fall down. Bury the old guard. Bury them all.
Mom always said family is sacred, though. Let somebody else do her. Idiot! She knows where I work. Her sister told her. Roma works for the country. What are you provoking me for, bitch? There's cameras everywhere. Whatever. I'll let John take a walk somewhere here tonight. Look at all these new chicks they brought in. What are you shouting about? Who's your mother? Oh, the head of an election committee. Excellent. She stewed up a fine stew. Fucking screwed my wedding night. You'll pay me back in full. What's the girl's name? Alina. Renat. Let's take Alina in for an interrogation. A good, lively one.
I heard you law enforcement officials were rather severe, rather zealous on the streets. But was it you who started the violence? Did I start it? The authorities? They had to be stopped. These fascist thugs, insurgents, and their puppeteers.
Mother says he's sick in the head, that we should pity him. But why doesn't he pity anyone? He knew about those old women dying of coronavirus by the thousands, and he knows everything now. My friend Vasya says it's because of my father's fears. He's afraid. Has been for a long time. He's very afraid of dying. Lately he talks about death all the time. About being carried out feet first and right to the grave. I think he thinks he'll be murdered.
I never saw them again. Neither Nikita nor that creepy trooper.
What if I never see him again? What if they do what they threatened to do? What if the KGB tortures him? What good is all this if Seryoja is gone?
I think I figured it out. No, it can't be. No, impossible. I can't wrap my head around that. He's the father of Masha's future baby? She loves him so. No, of course not. That simply can't be.
Fascist thugs, insurgents, and their puppeteers. The main thing is the puppeteers.
They took us to a Krestina. When they opened the cell door, I didn't think such a thing was possible. In cells made for 4, there were already 23 girls. And they brought in 13 more of us. 36 people in 65 square feet. There was no air, no water, no food either. All we could do was stand. They put in 2 alcoholics with us, and they stunk to high heaven. At one point, the door opened. A guard splashed a bucket of dirty water over us, then shut the door. 2 girls had panic attacks and vomited. I was next to them. Then they stuck in some food through a hole in the door. A loaf of bread for everyone. You know, the most amazing thing was that there was enough for everyone. Even a little piece left over. We gave it to the alcoholic. We had violated her calm life with our revolution.
What do you mean you don't know? Then who does? Who's on call here, you or me? Call your superior. What do you mean he's busy? You know who I am. Yes, I taught all you dimwits for 37 years. I fixed your elections. I'm the one who faked 80% for the mustachio man. I never feared anyone. Whatever you asked me to, I faked. And now you can't find my daughter? What the hell did I do all that for? So you could be rude to me? I'll complain to the president. Hello? Hello? My daughter. My sweet daughter. Forgive your mother. Forgive me.
Belarusians, you are unbelievable.
If you do win your first president, know that's the beginning of your end.
Belarus will run out of champagne when he goes.
NATO wants to send soldiers. NATO tanks are going to roll down our streets.
You say they're sending in 2 more battalions from Moscow? Well, how about we double up and attack Ukraine too, to the music of Wagner?
They want to put bossed shoes on us and crack the whip over you.
Bring on the bulls. Payback will come.
Starting Monday, any striking factory, lock the gates. Don't worry, we'll bring in people from Ukraine and Kyrgyzstan. And that damn theater, fire them all. Villages don't have theaters. Cities don't need them.
Dad, they come really close this time.
Grab your machine gun and get in the helicopter. We'll come back when they leave.
There's a lot of them, a whole lot. They're shouting freedom. 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 Dad, you still didn't tell me what freedom means.
So how much do they pay you in Russia, Renat? You know, I used to think I'd settle down here. It's calm, stable, none of that Western gay ropa shit. It has casinos. The broads are obliging. Now I get this feeling that they're never gonna stop. Feel it in my bones. You know, I haven't had an erection for days. We've been fucking with these people for a month, and they just don't stop. At some point, they're gonna start pulling off our masks.
No need to take off your mask. I know who you are.
Dad, I've packed my things. I've got my machine gun. Who do we shoot?
Rats, prostitutes, drug addicts, sheep, cannon fodder. You'll be on your knees yet, begging me to come back. How could they trade me for that dumb cluck, that housewife? A woman. The pathetic thing. If that's how it is, I'll die, but I still won't go. And if I do go, I'll take as much and as many with me as I can. You don't want Sasha? You'll get Volodya.
The wedding is off.
What will a person do for love and for hate?
It's easy, kid. You aimed at a person, a traitor, any traitor, you give him a good look and you squeeze the trigger. Pop! The traitor's gone. It's easy, son. I learned to do it, so can you.
I don't want your pension. And I don't want your job. Take back your certificates. And your stability. And your flower gardens. Take it all back. Just give me my daughter, Helena. She has a weak heart. She has asthma. Give her back. And my nephew, Nikita. My sister has hypertension. I won't survive if she... Give them back! Give back our children!
Belarusians, I thank you for the choice you made. You are unbelievable.
Well, Renat, I feel it in my bones. When we go back to Putin, we won't fuck that one up.
When absolutely everything hurts, it seems like nothing hurts. The feeling wasn't of blood seeping out of a wound, it just seeped out everywhere. Your skin bleeds as if you were sweating. Because battles like this one happen once in 100 years. I mean, the battle between good and evil, in the sense that everything is totally clear. I understood immediately that my life was over. And I understood instantly that they would cover up my murder. They'd cremate me in a crematorium, list me as missing, or bury me in a forest, or hang me as if I committed suicide. Fuck 'em, though. It won't help. Belarusians are unique people. They'll put up with stuff forever, for decades, sometimes a whole life, and then, snap, their patience pops. Belarusians have been insulted, and you can't defeat that kind of insult. Just like you can't defeat Bate.
After all those nights in the prison van, with the gym and the prison, my dress looked nothing like what I bought it for the price of 2 stipends. It's a dirty, tattered, red, white rag. The bloodstain is darkened and it's covered by brown spots of vomit. Still, it's the most fabulous dress in the world. I wouldn't exchange it for anything. Here we are, standing in this cramped cell, and what marvelous people there are around me. They're also polite and smart. Microbiologists, teachers, musicians, actors, students. The woman who crawled into the prison van after her son and husband. People snatched off the streets all these days. Priests, journalists, students, miners and workers, attorneys and doctors. These are the best people on earth. Belarusians. There is a new, true Belarus here in this cell. And we all feel the love. You can't defeat love. Isn't that so, universe?
Ранее свободы до горы, Амурхунка рухне, рухне, рухне и поховает.
My name is Svetlana. I'm a housewife, a mother of 2 children. I am the president-elect of Belarus. What are you willing to do for love? The song carried through the streets. The blood boiled in their anger, boiled in their hearts, swelled on the same beat. 100,000 hands in rhythm beat the enemy back. We know there are walls all over this world. Let's sing together as one. Let's destroy the prison walls. If you want freedom, take it all. The wall will soon crumble, burn and fall down. Bury the old world, bury them all. Разбури, тури, мори, прагнеш свободи, то вяри. Амуркотка рухне, рухне, рухне и поховает свет цари.
Поднялся народ, свободу свою отстоять. Одиною метою знявся наш дух, тем світлом розганять. Брати, офіцери, ми один народ, ми разом живемо на землі. Зробіть сумленний вибор свой, не хочемо ми этой войны. Проснитесь, мы до правды идем, и гнемся до счастья своего. И мара народа в Украине життя, просто как добро было. Моцний гукот, невстомлений круг, роди ідуть. Ми белоруси, ми з миром идем, у світлий сонячний путь.
Thank you very much, my friend. You did a wonderful job. Wonderful job. I appreciate so much Alan Smason for the wonderful producer of the show. And could I invite, please, Andrei Kureichik? I hope you could be with us today.
Hello,
yes?
hello, my friends. I'm with you, of course. Of course. Thank you very much. It was so fantastic.
So tell us, please, something.
Well, my friends, I'm full of emotions. For me, it's so touching and so emotional. It was so great. I feel every time when I see the readings of this show, I look for emotions first of all. And I should say that your show was so emotional and so truthful. Thank you very much, my friends, for this.
Thank you, Andrei.
Yeah.
Andrei, yes, thank you very much because you're brilliant playwright. We are for you. We support Belarus. We know that today is a very important day. Yesterday and today, and all our actors, we feel this. And
Yes,
we for you. We love theater. We love theater. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Kathy.
And we love your president-elect, and we pray that she will get to be the president one day. Very soon.
I'm pretty sure, when we see the fight of the whole people against one terrible man, of course, it's not easy fight, but I'm pretty sure that it's not possible to lose in this situation. Of course, we have now the very difficult situation because he used a lot of violence, but it doesn't matter. Actually, this revolution is a revolution of love and belief, and I believe that everything will be great.
And there's a strike today. There's a strike today, yes?
Yes, a big strike. Mm-hmm.
It started today, the big strike. Thousands and thousands of companies stopped their working. Of course, he suppressed the state companies and state institutions not to go in strike. But actually, people want to go further, and I believe that it will work.
Andrei, it's a play that you wrote, but the ending is not yet finished.
Yes. So we expect another part, yes?
Well, we'll see. It's been a pleasure.
And I hope it will be more optimistic, even more optimistic, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Again, I want to thank all the actors. Natasha, thank you for Moscow Nights presenting this, for your direction. Sean LaRocca, wonderful work. He's not in the room right now, but as our sound person, he was more than up to the challenge, and I appreciate that. And it was tough keeping up at times with everybody. I did my best to do what I could, but it's live theater, and live theater has its components to it that make it exciting and also make it fraught with peril. So I do thank everybody for everything. Again, Natasha, thank you for bringing this to me. Thank you, Andrei, for writing it, and thank you, actors. It's a wonderful cast. I would be privileged to work with all of you again, and I'll make certain that the next time we have our titles up, that it'll be Emily C. Russell.
I just want to ask you, Alan, please tell, it will be possible to see again on YouTube?
Yes. Let me just say that I understand there may have been a little problem with the live stream being broadcast on theatercriticism.com Facebook page and the YouTube channel. I will download it tonight and re-upload it to YouTube and make sure that it's also uploaded onto the theatercriticism.com page if any of it's missing. I know it's streamed correctly to NOLA Theater Folk, but that's only a potential audience of 385 people, which is a lot. So
yes.
But by the same token, I want to make sure that it's up on YouTube for people who are not members of that group or people who are not on Facebook in its entirety. If they want to check it out on YouTube, they'll be able to do so, but probably not for an hour or two. It's going to take me a little time for me to download it, upload it, and then for YouTube to actually render it. So please tell everybody to have a few hours of patience. By tomorrow morning, I guarantee it'll be up and running. Okay?
Yes, thank you so much, Alan. Andrei, do you want to say something to the actors? Maybe
yes. Well, I thought that it is very difficult to play somebody who is so far, who is like 1,000 kilometers from you, but you took these people and put it in your heart. And for me, it was so important that you bring all the emotions from different points of view all together in very, very, very touching and emotional show. I'm pretty sure that every Belarusian can understand your play, how you play. I hope that I distribute the video of this show in all our Belarusian theater and social networks. So I hope a lot of Belarusians will see it. My dear friends, it was fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I see who is watching right now, our friend Julian Whitley and Irina Dimchuk. Yes, we would love to act for Belarusian this play. And you did brilliant job. And thank you. Yes, brilliant job.
My personal appreciation to you, because what I saw was real directing, not only reading, but as well real theater directing. It was very good, and I see your professional attitude to this situation. I see that you made atmosphere, and it was very good. Thank you very much, Natasha, for you personally.
Yes, and please tell thank you, John Friedman, who called me and tell me, Natasha.
He will see the show, and he will distribute it through all our insulted pages and everything. Yes, he will see it tomorrow.
Yes, great. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you all very much. And again, I hope that if you want a chance to tell everybody about it, it will be posted in NOLA Theater Folk Facebook group, also on the theatercriticism.com Facebook page, and on YouTube if it isn't already posted. If parts of it are missing, I will make sure that all of it's complete by tomorrow. Again, thank you, Andrei. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Andrew Vaught. Thank you, Andrew Larimer. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Casey. And thank you, Claudia. I think I got everybody in. Y'all have a wonderful night.
And Sean.
And Sean LaRocca. And also the people who helped render the video. You know the name Savai. Is it? How do you, what, Natasha?
Sava Ivakin.
Very nice job doing that. It was very nice. Thank you very much. How do you say good night in Belarusian?
Dobrej noci.
There you go.
Dobrej noci.
Next time in New Orleans, Andrei, we'll.
Yeah. Dobrej noci. Andrei, we will keep in touch. We will keep in touch.
Yes.
It's so exciting. And I know that all our actors, they brought a lot, you know, for the last couple rehearsals.
I saw it, you know, because I saw what we call the development of the role, you know. I saw it. It was not reading, it was real show. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, yes. And our Russian and our Belarusian women, our friends, brought a lot of this Belarusian costume. So we enjoyed so Yes, thank you so much for all our friends who helped to develop and all our donors who came. So we're really happy for this. Thank you very much.
See you, my friend. Bye-bye.
Yes.